This video is part of a larger piano course that you can get online. Find out more at the end of this video. So let's talk a little bit about how to read sheet music. This is called the treble clef, which I'll write up here. Treble clef. And down here, this here is called the bass clef. So again, treble clef and bass clef. Basically, the way this works is that when we write notes, the lower we write them, the lower they are on the keyboard, the more towards the left they are. The higher the notes are, let's say, for example, I write a note way up here, well, the higher they are on the keyboard, the more in this direction they are. Now, why would I make such a big deal about middle C? One of the reasons that we make such a big deal about middle C is actually right here, in between the treble clef and the bass clef. In the songs that you play, middle C is going to be played with your right hand, but a lot of times middle C can be played with the left or the right hand. So when we talk about the bass clef, we're really talking about sort of all this whole area, all this space down here. Treble clef is up here. Bass clef is down here. So think of it as kind of like a range of space, right? Any note that's in between up here and right here, that's in the bass clef. It's all these notes down below. The way notes work is that the lower the notes are written, the lower they are on the keyboard. So for example, this C right here is here. This D, you notice a little bit higher. It's not on that space, it's on the line right above. That's right here. This E right here is not on this line, it's a little bit above on this space, so that E is actually right here. Okay. Now, you don't need to know all that just yet. We'll get more deeply into it, but what I do want you to think about and know is that the right hand plays the notes that are in the treble clef. The left hand always plays the notes that are in the bass clef. The left hand is always a little bit lower than middle C. The right hand is always kind of middle C and a little higher, like that, typically, like 90% of the time. Bass clef is for the left hand, down here lower than middle C because we have notes that are lower than middle C. Treble clef is for the right hand up here because we have notes that are higher than middle C up there. Now in this song, Walk Through the Woods, you might notice that every single note in this song is in the bass clef. It's kind of lower down here. It's in this section here in the bass clef, and it's in this section here in the bass clef. There aren't really any notes written up here in the treble clef. We have what we call rests right here. We'll get into that later, but this is just a sign to say don't play anything up here. And so nothing in the treble clef for the whole song. And so what we can do for this piece is take our left hand and put it down here on my C, D, E, F, and G. As long as you have your hand in that position, you can play every single note in this song. In fact, this is where your hand's going to be for every song you play in this module. You'll just have it right here. 5 finger on C, 4 on D, 3 on E, 2 on F, and 1 finger on G. And you just follow the letters. So the first note's D, next note is E, goes back down to D, goes back down to C. So I'm going to go through this whole song, and I'm going to try and hold the notes the correct amounts. You know, this whole note for 4 beats, these kinds of notes, the quarter notes for 1 beat, this kind of note, the half note for 2 beats. I'm just going to run through the whole thing and count as I do it so you can see how this works. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that when I went from the first line to the second line, I did not pause, right? So we never pause from the first to the second line. We stop right here because that's the end of the piece, and we know that's the end of the piece because of this really thick line right there. But again, through Walk Through the Woods, it's just all your left hand. Now I'm going to show you a song that is a mix of the left hand and the right hand. This is also a song in the list of songs in the module called Play That Bass. For this song, you're going to have your left hand like we had before, and you're going to have your right hand up here with your thumb on middle C and all the same letter notes up here. Notice that I have my 2 C's, 2 D's, 2 E's, 2 F's, and 2 G's. And so in this song, we begin in the bass clef. See, these 2 notes are in the bass clef. They're kind of down here in this area. And so I would play a C, and then I'd play another C, and I'd play another C. And then after that, we jump up here to the other hand. And it says D, and then E, and then G. After I play that D, E, G, it jumps back down again to the bass clef. C, 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 and then you see it jumps back up again to the treble clef. D, E, G. Now when we get to the second line, this might be a little bit confusing because we've got to figure out which one is it, but it's down here in the bass clef again, right? L, H, left hand. And so we're back down here to this hand, and it goes F, F, and then G. We're still in the bass clef because we're still kind of below this. That note is there. But then it jumps up to the treble clef, and I go F, E, D, and then here's my middle C. And then you see it goes down again to the bass clef, G, and then it kind of comes back up again to the treble clef, middle C, like that. So there's a lot of jumping around for this one, but the rules still apply for the note values. And again, if the note's down here, you play it with your left hand. If the note's up here, you play it with your right hand. So bass clef is left hand, treble clef is right hand. So I'm going to play this whole song for you. Unfortunately, I can't point as I go, but you can watch the music as I play. I'll call out the notes as I go. C, 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 D, E, G, C, 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 D, E, G, F, F, G, F, E, D, C, G, C. I'll do that again and count as I go. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically you read it like a book, right? You go from left to right. And so it's C, 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 D, E, G, C, 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 D, E, G. And then down here, right? F, F, G, F, E, D, C, G. Every song you play in this module is going to follow this format. In other words, it's going to be just one note at a time, and it may go kind of back and forth between the treble clef and the bass clef, or it may just only be the bass clef, and therefore only your left hand that plays it. Do you want to learn how to play the piano, but you're not quite sure where to begin? You can get my online course that's for very basic beginner piano students. You'll start out at the beginning by figuring out how to sit at a piano and what finger numbers are, and by the end of the course, you'll be able to play over 100 songs. The course also has self-assessment quizzes so that you can see if you're understanding what it is that you're learning in the video content. I'm offering it at a very affordable price. You can check it out at the link in the description below.